Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden. Oh, and it's bright and sunny. We're going to do a couple of different things today. We're going to harvest a ton of gorgeous cocoa marigolds. We're going to harvest some eggplants, and we're going to do some work in the shade garden, including potting up my very first Japanese maple. Okay, so it's mid-October. Today I think it's going to be in the high 80s. I'm in the backyard. This direction faces south. It's right around lunchtime, so that's why I'm getting a lot of sun right at this moment. And I have a ton of gorgeous marigolds. They are looking beautiful. They're looking so good. I am in a harvest so that perhaps I can still get another round, because I do have a lot of new fresh buds coming up, and I would love to get another round that I can mix with my heirloom chrysanthemums that are just about to bloom. Now, these cocoa marigolds have been super fun to grow. I started growing them because Serena on You Can't Eat Grass or Can't Eat the Grass, or I can never remember which one it is. She started growing them, and you grow them for these really large, beautiful pom-pom heads. And I just love them. I'm obsessed with them. And so I thought I would harvest these and put them in this really beautiful vintage pitcher that I have that has yellow roses on it. And I thought that would just look really fun. And the vintage pitcher has kind of a little bit of a fall effect to it, so I thought that would look really nice. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, now I'm in the front yard and I've got this coleus here that I think would be really beautiful mixed in with all those marigolds, and it kind of has a really pretty fall tone. Now, coleus, a lot of times when you're harvesting it for arrangement, cut flower purposes, it will wilt first. So you definitely have to hydrate it really well. You want to cut it at an angle in the stem to take in as much water as it possibly can. But it does usually perk back up. Okay, let's cut my marigolds. So that is the coleus. These are cocoa marigold yellow. These are cocoa marigold orange. Cocoa marigold gold, which I think are my favorite. Okay, so because the marigold gold, I don't have as many of those, I'm going to put those in last, thread those in last. But we're just going to do a nice, simple, pretty arrangement. And I'm just going to arrange my hands. I haven't been too keen on flower arranging lately. It's a busy time of year for us. October, truthfully, all of fall. Once school starts, they really get going. And our kids are very involved. They have a lot of activities. And my husband and I like to go to all the activities. So we participate in a lot. And if any of y'all have had band kids, we're in what's called Bandtober, where it's all about marching band. Every day, every weekend. Super fun, but I love marching band. I was in marching band myself. So I'm ecstatic that my kids are involved in such an awesome program. These fall colors are great. Okay, and then once I get the last of the orange marigolds in, I'm going to thread in some of the gold. Because those seem to be the biggest right now, and they're a blend of the yellow and the orange tones. All right, and then I'm going to snip these off. And it's nice to have my porch to be able to work on. There you go. Super pretty arrangement. Boy, that purplish of the coleus really adds a lot to the design. Looks good. Okay, I also have a ridiculous amount of eggplant over here that needs to be harvested. Probably because I'm not ready to use this right now, I'm going to go ahead and probably chop this up and freeze it. Since I'm not going to cook with it right away. And truthfully, these plants are really getting to the end. They have given me a lot of fruit. They are beautiful. And I definitely will grow this again next year. I'm going to probably grow a different variety of eggplant. This one is Listata de Gandia. Really sweet, cute little fruits. Oh my gosh, there's a ton back here. Wow, oh my gosh, look at this sucker. A lot of little ones that just need a little bit more time. Look at this beauty. Isn't it gorgeous? A lot of y'all said, some of y'all said I needed to try fried eggplant. That sounds interesting and fun. There's one down there. Ooh, really got to get in here. It's nice that they're purple because it's really easy to see them against the green leaves. It seems like every time one plant blooms at a time, there's two plants here, one right here, one right here. Seems like when this one is fruiting, this one's getting ready. So they've never been at the same time, which has been really great and really kept my harvest going throughout the summer. That's great, huh? I cannot wait to grow these again next year. Okay, so I haven't been spending much time in the shade garden as of lately, just because I've had so much maintenance over here outside of this area. But it's definitely looking really beautiful for the time of the year, which is really nice. So what we're going to be doing is, I need to pull this guy right here, and I need to pull out this hydrangea right here, because this is where we're going to put a container that's going to hold a Japanese maple for us. And I think I might just spend a few minutes just doing a little bit of cleanup, looking around. I did want to show y'all this. This is from the armadillos. They shredded all of my towels underneath. So that's fun. I just totally demolished all of that to get inside that container, which is crazy to me. So we'll have to replace that in the spring. I'm not going to stress about it right now. I do also have this big cauldron thing right here that is super heavy, but I need my husband to help me get it out. And I am worried that there's armadillos behind it, so I don't want to do it by myself. But all the clematis that we started from bare root is doing beautifully. They're each about 5 feet tall, which is gorgeous. Our hellebores held on through the summer, and now they'll start producing leaves. This is Lysimachia. This is a Siam tulip. It's a still be coming back from bare root. These have not done as great. These are my heucheras. They're not doing as good in my opinion. This is a oak leaf hydrangea. And of course these hydrangeas back here that have just aged. I mean, look at that, y'all. Just beautiful back here. All right, let's do a little cleanup. Okay, my video cut up, so I cut out again. It got too hot, so I don't know how long we missed, but this is a container that's going to hold the Japanese maple. This is the guy that I got from one of those decor warehouse sales earlier this year. I paid about 15 bucks for it. Really good size, probably 24, at least 24 inches tall by 24 inches wide. I'm going to drill some holes in it. It's one of those fiberglass containers, so it's very light. I don't love the color of it, but I think it'll work fine, and it's really going to be camouflaged by the hydrangeas. So I know the angle's a little tough for y'all to see because these hydrangeas are so prominent. I'm going to move one of these hydrangeas over some to get down in here. And then as a reminder, I've got the plant stand underneath this. To kind of raise it up. Just like that. So you really can't see that much of the actual container. Sweet. Okay, we're going to start by adding a combination of compost and potting soil into this. All right, remember we have holes in here. Let's start by putting maybe a third of a bag of compost. It's not really a lot of rhyme or reason behind these measurements. It's just what I had in the bag. All right, so the other day I put compost at the bottom of another tree, that filbert tree, contorted filbert that I was working on, and some of y'all said that I should have mixed up the compost and the soil, so we'll do that. All right, let's talk about our Japanese maple. Okay, so I have been looking for a Japanese maple for a while. I was looking for a very specific shape. I wanted a trunk, it's not overly large, that really kind of created like an umbrella effect to one side. With the idea being that this trunk will go up into the corner of the fence in the house, and that this will cascade out to create shade over some of the plants over there. I also wanted something that had a really frothy, lacy leaves and that turned a beautiful color in the summer or in the fall. So I picked up this guy. This is a Crimson Queen Japanese maple. I got it from Homegrown Plants in Farmersville, Texas for $109, which if you are a Japanese maple fan, you know that that is an outstanding price. Some of the ones I was looking at some other places were $300–400. This one is a touch smaller, but not that much smaller. They take a little while to grow. I'm not looking for it to be massive in my space. By planting it in a container as opposed to the ground, that will help restrict its height and growth. But the shape was literally perfect, exactly what I wanted. So let's talk about some specifics about the Crimson Queen. Okay, so the Crimson Queen is a low-branching dwarf tree with a delicate weeping form. The foliage holds its beautiful crimson color throughout the summer and can turn bright scarlet in autumn. Sun-tolerant in cooler regions where sunlight intensifies the foliage color. Now mine's going to be in shade, but it is going to get a little bit of sun earlier in the day. Site in a bright dappled shade setting elsewhere, well suited for use as a container specimen, which is very important because I knew that I was going to be putting this in a container, not in the ground. It likes full sun to partial sun. It keeps soil consistently moist but not soggy. I will have it set up to drip irrigation, but remember I do have holes at the bottom of the container so the water can drain out. Its blooms are inconspicuous, and so they really don't matter at all, but it's prized for its foliage and this beautiful lacy foliage. It's a moderate growing, reaches about 10 feet tall and wide in natural form. It'll be much smaller because it's in its container. Now, it does say that it's hardy zones 5 through 8, but let's go ahead and get this settled in place and get it planted. All right, I apologize now. I am so sniffy. My allergies are out of control. All right, I'm going to add some biotone into the base of this just to really help. It helps with getting new roots growing and established. Okay. And with this, the idea is that it's going to be here in the corner like this, and that it angles out. So I want to I might even push it towards the back of the container a little bit. This container is pretty big, but that'll allow it a lot of room and growth. It should eventually grow up and touch the canopy above, which would be super cool. I am going to keep the stake in it to help stay secure. And I think we're going to need some more soil. Let's put the rest of this in, and I'll probably have to get another bag. I am going to push down the soil a little bit, especially in the center, to help firm it up a little bit. All right. Now, I'm not going to jack with its roots like a whole bunch. Just really just kind of get it into place right there. Rough them up with my hand a little bit. Yeah, I like that. It comes out and has that form. All right, let's backfill with some additional soil. All right. And the soil I'm using is Burger BM7. It's my favorite potting soil. I want to break up any massive clumps within the soil. And I'm using my hand to go in and really firm up some of the soil underneath, and we'll add some more. All right, so like I said, I was talking about the Japanese maple. I was really focused on shape, so scale, size, shape, and cost. I just didn't feel comfortable dropping $400 on a Japanese maple, even though I love them. They are literally like artwork. I feel very lucky to own one, and I really hope that I don't kill it. Very much hope that I don't kill it. All right, let's water it in. Now, watering it in really good is important because we need to knock out any air pockets that might have been formed when adding in the soil. Nice deep watering. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to run its irrigation up to it. And stick it in place. Now I have an extra irrigation right here that I think I'm just going to go ahead and cap off real quick. And all I have to do to that is cut it off and put a goof plug in. Okay. I love it. See, it has that arching kind of effect. And as it grows taller, it will fill in this space and just create an umbrella. I will prune it to have minimal foliage on the back side of it. I love it. I really hope it turns a really pretty red for me. I mean, you can already see a little bit, but I think it's going to be lovely. I think it'd be really fun right here. I have my Japanese maples, my Japanese anemones spread a lot. Maybe I'll put some in here, or some begonias. That would be really pretty. Looks good. Okay, feeling great. Got some good work done today. Harvested marigolds, harvested eggplants, did a little cleanup in the shade garden, and got my first Japanese maple, a beautiful Crimson Queen, planted. I'm very excited to see how this does. I will definitely keep you updated, whether it's just success or failure, but I really, really love it. Love that it's in container and it allows me some flexibility. Love that I did not have to dig a hole in the earth, because I hate doing that. I love the structure, love the price tag, love the shape. It was worth the wait. It's about almost a 2-year wait trying to find this one specific Japanese maple for myself. I'm really, really excited to have it in my garden. All right, you all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm just trucking along on little chores, trying to get stuff knocked out before our cold weather gets here. And I'm feeling really good about it. I've got a list going and I'm just trying to get a few tasks done each day and a lot more tasks done on the weekend. There are some bigger projects I still haven't gotten to yet. I really need to get on it. But I'm glad you guys are here, and I hope you enjoyed the video today. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow my channel so much. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and that you say hi. And be sure to check me out on my social media outlets, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.